edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things Monday to Friday at noon. And if you're watching us for the very first time, thank you for joining us here on a little podcast, little talk show, 5 nights a week, 5 days a week. I want you all to check out the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. You know, every show is dedicated to the first responders, all our military, men and women who fight for our country, and all our veterans who fought for our country. We really do appreciate it. But it's basically dedicated to people like you to take the time and watch a little show that's just trying to make everybody feel good for an hour. And I hope we can do that. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. It is Monday, June 16th. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Hey, that's a great intro by my good friend Richie Offer from Seventh Heaven. Guys, it's beautiful. What a day. Summer is almost there, kicking in there. It's a beautiful day today, and I hope you had an incredible weekend. First of all, happy Father's Day again to all the fathers, all the stepfathers, all the grandfathers, and I hope you guys did something nice for dad or granddad. Took them out, restaurant, had some fun, or barbecued at home, or whatever you did. So it's a good thing. And I had a great Father's Day. All the kids came home early. But before we get into that, folks, let's get into our sponsor. The main guys were here, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local. Oh, that's right. With 7 locations, the JRC Ace Hardware stores, with 2 brand new ones, Fox River Grove and Richmond, Illinois. That's right, folks. Now, this is through June 24th. Get a free 5 amp hour battery. That's a $290 value, and save an additional $100 when you buy an Ego lawnmower model. That's right. Overall, it's a $399 savings plus free assembly and delivery. Save $30 and get a free 2.5 amp hour. It's a $179 value when you either buy an Ego trimmer or a 765 leaf blower. Less noise, less maintenance, and all Ego batteries are compatible with Ego products. Buy 3 Ace pleated basic furnace filters and get 1 free. That's enough to get you by for the whole full year, and 90% off any flowers or live plants while supplies last at the JRC Ace Hardware stores. And don't forget the nationwide grilling event, Saturday, June 28th. That's right, folks, from 11 to 2. Brats, burgers, hot dogs in the parking lot, plus a little mini concert by yours truly, Tony Ocean and Jerry Jams from 12 to 1, but the whole afternoon is 11 to 2 at the Norwich location. That's right. It's Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Ace might have been really busy for Father's Day. All right, so we had an incredible weekend, a long weekend. It was long. Now, first of all, we started off, of course, at Chicago Prime Steakhouse on Friday. I think Daryl Armistead was great seeing you guys. I stopped and see Nick Sahajas, the piano man over at Mizzy, or Mezze, however you want to pronounce it, in Schaumburg. Jennifer and her staff do a great job over there. But anyway, thank you all, Mike Batch and Debbie and everybody on Friday night. Dick Sade. It was good. Great night on Friday. We were at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island, Illinois, and I'm telling you, what a beautiful theater it is. Pat does an incredible job there. For Larry, of course, his partner, they're just incredible at what they do. Another sold-out show. thank Biggie's Pizza. Daryl, I want to thank Jesus, Elliot Wimbush, Bill Saratella. I want to thank Dean, Bill's son, for taking the photography. Karen there with Elliot, and of course Shelby doing the graphics. Jerry Jams. It was a great Saturday, and in lovely Blue Island, the South Side. They really know how to party. And then Sunday, it was a long one. But during the day, Father's Day, the kids came over early and bought some breakfast brunch burritos and tacos from Guzman and Gomez. And I had some great gifts. Thank you. The kids were sat outside. We don't get to spend a lot of time together because I'm always working. And even on Father's Day, I had to cut the party short. I had to leave at 11:30 to drive to Iowa. So it was nice. Couple of shirts, couple of fishing stuff, some cigars, a lottery ticket. And we'll have to tell you that another time about that story. But anyway, I thank you to the kids. I want to thank Marissa and Nico and Eric and Nina and Callan and, of course, Joey and Jess, Tony and Ange and Gianna and Callan. And, of course, Natalie, my sister, and my lovely wife, Laura. So it was great, and I had a great time. And unfortunately, I had to leave. Now, a lot of them left, too, because they had to go do the other things with their other fathers, with their partners' fathers and stuff. And but I had to leave. So some of them stayed around and swam in the pool, which I've not been in yet. My pool's been open a month, and I've not been in my pool yet. So I got to start doing that. But then Jerry Jams and I took that road trip over to Dubuque, Iowa. What a beautiful place out there. The gardens, just gorgeous. Arboretum up there, sold out festival like concert in the park. And Laura and her people do a great job over there. And of course, thanks again to Bill and Elliot and Jerry Jams and the people from Iowa. We play there every year. A few years ago, we actually did a New Year's Eve thing somewhere around there. But it was actually a lot of fun. And again, for making Father's Day, it was great. Now, we got a busy week again. It does not stop, folks. June, I got 3 days off the whole month of June, July, and August. It's going to be crazy summer. But how is it going to start? We're starting tomorrow. June, we'll be at the Tap House Grill. We've done a few concerts there already for the dogs. Dan Dozak, we're putting this together for the dogs, and $10 cover, and they got a silent auction and baskets and raffles, 50-50. And all the proceeds go to dogs. Even the dog, we're going to have some dogs there that you can adopt if you want as well. So you got to come out. Tony Toto, yours truly, Frankie Setta, Ron Starr, Stephanie Lemonbergner. And it's going to be fun. Songs, and we're going to raise some money for dogs. That's tomorrow, Tuesday at the Tap House Grill in Lamont, Illinois, South Side. All right, now Thursday we're going to keep it going with two little parties. I have an early one from 6 to 7. I'll be in Park Ridge for my good friend Dolly McCarthy for Stroll Magazine. We'll be doing a little concert there from 6 to 7. And then I'm off to Positano's in Oak Brook with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. That's Thursday at Positano's. Friday, we're back at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, we're in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, folks. You've been asking for it. When you in Lake Geneva? When you in Lake Geneva? Going to happen this Saturday, the 21st. We'll be at the Getaway Restaurant right on the water, beautiful pier. And of course, right next door is the fabulous French Country Inn Hotel. It's going to be me, Tony Toto, and Jerry Jams, the main event band. I think it's a 5 o'clock hit. Come outside. It's going to be beautiful Saturday. And if you can't make it on Saturday, how about going to Johnsburg on Sunday, which is near McHenry up there, Algonquin, around that area, at the place called the Backyard Marina, right on the river. The Fox River folks at Chain of Lakes will be there performing with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. That's a 3 o'clock hit at the Backyard Marina in Johnsburg this Sunday. So busy stuff, outside stuff, a lot of fun to kick off the week, and I'm excited about that, folks. All right, let's get to another quick sponsor. Our good friend Mary Grievous for her real estate finest. Don't just call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. That's M. Grievous at StarkRE.com, Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. She's available to buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. That's our good friend Mary Grievous, folks. Yeah, you got to love it. She does a great job. And also she does a great job with NTD Vacations. When you speak of NTD Vacations, right there, folks, you speak about the Chicago Music Cruise 2026. And again, Richie and Seventh Heaven did not disappoint. It's going to be a brand new ship and a new experience for all of us. This is our third trip with Seventh Heaven. This will be our third, January 17th to January 25th, 2026. 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, Costa Rica, Ocean Cay. Holy cow, you can't beat that, folks. Seventh Heaven and Tony Ocean and the main event band. Plus, we're going to have some other entertainers going to be joining us. But that's it right now that we're announcing. It's going to be great. Now, put it this way, folks. 7 nights, right? 7 nights. All in. Balcony, tax, all that crap put together between $1,100 to $1,200 per person. If you want a non-balcony, you're looking between $700 and $800 to be on the Caribbean with us. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony O. And or better yet, pick up the phone and call Mary at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. Tell them Tony Ocean sent you in January of 2026. All right, so let's see who's watching today. Albert, my friend, Double T, Tony Toto, Ryan Lewis, Mary, nice to see you. There she is. There's Mary giving you the rundown there for the cruise, all the information. Ryan Lewis tonight. Emo, how you doing? Patrice, David, Dick Sayed, great seeing you on Friday, buddy. Happy Father's Day to Dick, and happy birthday to Dick Sayed, the older man. Say it again with Dick Sayed, celebrating a birthday. Good afternoon, my other buddy David, Joanne, Dan, Nozak. It's going to be a birthday bash for Dan Nozak tomorrow, as well as the dog concert for the dogs. So, Dan, looking forward to that. And it's going to be good for the dogs, man. We need that. The dogs, that's right. ABC, CBS, NBC for not broadcasting the 20th anniversary of the Army. Sickening, Dennis. It's horrible. Dennis in Lake Geneva. Hope to see you at the getaway this Saturday. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that, about the Army birthday and about the Flag Day. And, of course, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, yeah, so what do we got? What do we got to talk about here, folks? Let's get to some good stuff, folks. Jerry Reinsdorf has made the announcement that he's going to sell the Chicago White Sox. Now they're looking at 2029. By the time everything gets done, could be 2030. I don't know what the new owner is going to do. I would buy the team and sell them, move them to another state, move them to another city that would actually give this team what it deserves for the south side of Chicago, the Chicago White Sox. Some people might be upset. I don't know. They seem like they're doing a little better than they were last year. But it's the White Sox. And I know there's a lot of guys, a lot of people that, well, good friends of mine and people that even watch the show are big White Sox fans. So what Reinsdorf's going to do, I don't know. But I know he's going to sell it. We're going to see what the new owners are going to do. We'll have to wait and see. But who knows? How about happy 45th wedding anniversary to my good buddy Dan and Carol Minotti. Happy 45 years married. All right, Disney World. You know, a lot of things are changing in this world. And nothing surprises me. Like we talked about this how many times on the show. Nothing surprises me. Disney World, supposedly on their post, are going to start drug testing all guests as they go into the park. So it's going to be like that quick, thing. They're going to do it, boom, right up your nose or whatever the hell it is to get into the park. This is Disney World. Maybe not a bad idea because you don't want to you don't want to be high when you're going to Disneyland. I've only been to Disneyland twice. One time I went for fun, and one time we did Star Search, so we were actually spent the day in Disney. But if this is something that should be interesting, I don't know. But Disney World, drug testing people now. Does that include the kids? I mean, I don't know how that's going to work. All right, dad, ma, grandma, aunt, uncle, your mid-teens, okay. But what what about a 3-year-old? There, come over here, kid. Put this up your nose and see if you're doing any shit. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. For all you wrestling fans, we heard about the great Ric Flair having skin cancer. He's going under treatment. There's also a rumor going out that John Cena might have, who's the world champion right now with the WWE, might have skin cancer too. So we're going to have to keep more eyes on that. World Pet Memorial Day. This is for all the pets that we lost and all family members, because pets are family. Dogs or cats or birds or snakes or gerbils, whatever the hell you have as a pet, they're family. And it's World Pet Memorial Day this past weekend. Also, the actor Harris Yulin, he was on Scarface. He was a character actor. He played a lot of great movies and TV shows, dies at the age of 87 years old. Also, this past weekend, folks, June 12th, 1994, 31 years ago, Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown murdered. O.J. Simpson, did he do it? It doesn't fit. You must acquit. The world may never know. A lot of people believe O.J. did do this. And of course, the white Bronco and all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, he was found out guilty and then guilty on the other stuff. So I don't know. I think O.J. did it, obviously. It could have been his buddy, could have been his kid. I don't know. I just feel it was crazy when everybody watched it. I remember we were watching it all on television. I'm sure the whole world was watching the Bronco. Everybody was watching the trial. 31 years ago. I mean, time just keeps flying with things that are happening. Speaking about something that's interesting, 40 years ago, Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, one of the great boxing movies of all time. You got to love Stallone. If you remember, he bought 2 turtles at the pet shop, Adrian's Pet Shop, Cuff and Link. Supposedly, he still has those turtles. Sylvester Stallone still has those turtles. They're over 40 years old. He still has Cuff and Link, which I think is the coolest thing if this is true. Rocky still having Cuff and Link, the 2 turtles he bought from Adrian, her pet shop, when the first Rocky came out. You're watching Ocean's Pit. Let's show about big things. Here's some good news. General Motors is moving $4 billion in production from Mexico and bringing it back to the United States of America. Thank you, General Motors, for giving more jobs back here on land, United States of America. Congratulations to General Motors. Kim Peterson LaFew. There's my buddy Danny Mazzy Motor. Happy Father Danny. Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. By Shoko. By Bloco. Stop Local. Dennis. Carol's watching. Carol will be with us tomorrow for Twisted Tuesday. That's going to be fun. Okay. So let's get some other stuff. A lot to talk about. So much to talk about. All right, here's what we got also. Road movies. You got to remember the great road movies. That means actors I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 movies. The best road movies, if you remember. Not Road Warriors, where they're partners and they go on a trip or they go on a mission or whatever. Okay, so you could, I mean, I got a couple of them here. Let me tell you if you think they're actually road movies. I believe they are. Of course, Thelma and Louise, one of the biggest ones. Thelma and Louise. The Wizard of Oz is kind of a road movie. They all got together because they all wanted to go get to see the wizard. So, right. Saving Private Ryan, kind of. They all had a mission on the road in the Army to find the Ryan, the kid, to bring him home. So that's another one that was on my list. Harry and Tonto, Art Carney. Now we're going back to the 70s with Art Carney, of course, better known as Norton on The Honeymooners. But he was a great character actor, too. And this when he travels around the Midwest with a cat. Harry Tonto. I loved it. I thought it was good. National Vacation, Lampoon Vacation with Chevy Chase. Holiday Road, another great road movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. John Candy, Steve Martin, trying to get back home for the holidays. And, of course, they find out. Sad movie. It's funny during the whole movie, of course, John Candy, and at the end, Steve Martin realizes that John Candy doesn't have a home. He just travels from, train and train. So very great road movie, very sad. Any Bing Crosby and Bob Hope movies, I never really got into them, to be honest with you, but I know they made a whole bunch of them, so they would be kind of road movies. I also believe that Blues Brothers, were on a mission. Jim Belushi and John Belushi, and Dan Aykroyd, which I never seen the whole movie. But those are just some of the best road trip movies, and I'm sure you guys have your own. Danny Ramundi, what's up, my brother? I hope you're doing well. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. My God. We got a lot here. I also want to thank Anna Marie Gulo. Friday, she was our guest, and of course the Linguini sisters with her pasta sauce and all natural, and of course the Gulo family owns very much real estate in Schaumburg and Elk Grove. We're doing their parade in Elk Grove Village in September for the sister cities. So we're excited to do it. We're doing 3 parades this year. We're going to be on the Elk Grove Village Parade for the sister cities. We're going to do the Elmwood Park Parade float. And, of course, the one we do every year, the Tony Ocean float for the Columbus Day float in October. So we're excited about doing that, too. But this is good stuff for sister cities. And I hope you guys are well. Knicks get a new coach. Begley, go Knicks. Yeah, Ryan, we're going to hope the Knicks do better next year. They played a great season, so you're right about that. What else we got here on the list now? Republicans against the Democrats in baseball game. In congressional baseball game, the Republicans have always played the Democrats. The Republicans beat the Democrats again for the 5th straight year in a row, beating the Democrats 13-2 in the congressional baseball game they have every year. Congratulations to the Republicans. Speaking of wrestling, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. Now, if you either like the Hulk Hogan and the yellow, oh yeah, brother, pray for your vitamins and all that crap, which I didn't like that Hulk Hogan. But I liked when he became Hollywood Hogan and he was bad at NWO with the beard. Anyway, and he's always getting in trouble. He's got a beer out right now, but looks like Hulk Hogan is trying to buy Hooters. No shit. Hooters, Hooters is over, to my opinion. I mean, it's still out there, but it's not a big thing anymore. But if Hulk Hogan buys it, maybe he has former wrestlers there to make appearances, would be kind of cool. So we'll see if Hulk Hogan ends up buying all the Hooters franchise. That's right. We call it sauce. My Italian girlfriend insists it's gravy. Well, Anna Marie told us it's la salsa if it's made without meat. If it's meat, it's gravy. That's the way they use it, and not the gravy that you use with mashed potatoes. So there you go. Carol and Dan Minotti, happy 45th wedding anniversary, my friend Carol and Dan. And Carol, I hope you're feeling better. All right, guys, the Big Mac. Now, in the last 3 days, I ate like shit. I like 214. Oh, hate it. I got to get like 28, 28, 29. That's what I normally get. So I got to start with the water pill tomorrow. Anyway, and start, stop eating shit. But the Big Mac, I don't know if you realize the Big Mac was actually invented. Very, very interesting. 1967. And Jim Delegati was invented by an Italian in Pittsburgh. He was back then. He was the king of the hamburger, and he came up with a Big Mac. And McDonald's bought it or stole the concept, and now Big Mac, made by an Italian. Whoever knew? So let's talk about the protests in the city of Chicago, in Los Angeles. Now, here's something, guys, that I know I'm going to get some slack for this, but we all know that I don't care if you do a protest. Nobody cares if you do a peaceful protest. We are here in the United States of America to be able to do that. Thank God we can. Get your banners, get your signs, walk down the streets, go in front of a building, whatever you have to do to protest, you have the right. But when it starts getting a little crazy, look at that. WGN, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said, former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, the shooting about that happened. That happened, on Saturday or last Saturday? Here's the thing that gets me. The people that were protesting, and not the peaceful protesters, but the riots and everything that's happening with their flags and burning the American flag. Isn't it interesting they picked the day that three very important things in history, at least two out of the three, most of you people will agree, I'm thinking. It was Flag Day. Okay? The American flag, Flag Day. It was the birthday to U.S. Army. 241 years old, June 14th, 775, the U.S. Army's birthday on the No King's Day. Also, it was President Donald Trump's 79th birthday. Now, someone's going to frown on that, but you're not going to frown on Flags Day, and you're not going to frown on the birthday of the U.S. Army, because if you frown on those two, to me, you're a communist. To me, you're not an American. Now, you might not like Donald Trump and his birthday and what he's doing right now, but hating this man is almost hating this country. The U.S. appealed Donald Trump. They approved that he can get the National Guard in California. No King's Day. Vince Raimondi, how are you doing, my friend? Why does every restaurant have on their menus pasta with sauce, and also all jars say sauce? I rest my case. There you go, Emil. Good point, my friend Emil in Florida. So they had to plan this protesting with the crazy shit that was going on. Flag Day, President Trump's birthday, the birthday of the U.S. Army. How much more do we have to talk about this? This is our country. You don't like it, leave. Go back to wherever the fuck you were from. It's that simple. No one's keeping you here. No one's keeping you here. You're going to get good jobs here. You're going to get a better life here. Joey Spins, holy roly. Look forward to Joey. Hopefully I'll see you 2 or 3 times this week. Yes, Positanos, Getaway, Backyard. We're going to have a lot of fun this week with my buddy Joey. Jeff Hunt, update on my buddy Jeff's world tour. He's now in Burbank, California. Oh, good luck there, Bill. Jeff, good luck. Good luck there, Jeff, in California. Whew. Anthony Napolitano, Jesus is King. Great drummer in the Chicagoland area, our gang, and et cetera, et cetera. No King's Day, the General, Provenzano. So it's just funny how they all planned it all on President Trump's birthday, on Flag Day, and on the birthday of the U.S. Army. Is that crazy? Or is that what? Complete craziness. And I feel sorry for the people that just wanted to protest and be peaceful and try to get their message across. And getting in the ring of the fire of all that other crap going on. And there's just horrible stuff that's out there saying about our president. God, he is our president of the United States. Brutal. If you live in the United States, you should be proud of my parents came from Italy and was a great American. You're absolutely right. Mine too, Emo. Myself included. So, Jeff, you'll be coming home soon, pal. We have a big party bash for you. The pool is open. We're ready to go, brother. So be safe. Yeah, so I mean, it's just nuts of everything that's going on. And you get all these jokers, which is the funniest thing. That James Comey. You know, it's funny when he answered, I don't know anything. I don't recall anything. I don't remember anything. 260 times, 236 times while under oath, this piece of garbage said, I don't know, I don't recall, and I don't remember. But he remembered all enough to write his book. He remembered everything for that book now, didn't he? Pathetic. Angelo, what's up, my buddy from Steubenville, Ohio? We're going to be in Warren, Ohio very soon, buddy. 2-night Italian Fest. I can't wait. The Rat Pack will be out taking another road trip to Warren, Ohio. I'm excited about that, buddy. So let's just hope one more bullshit thing after another, and it just okay. When you're here, when some of your liberal friends and family tell you that inflation isn't really that bad, show them this chart. Change in price since 2019 by food item. Let's just give you a couple. Butter up 24%, cereal 38%, milk 40%, eggs 40%, loaf of bread 42%. This is since 2000, when it was 2019. Mayonnaise 50%, beef 51%, applesauce 51%, chocolate bars 52%, sugar 120%, olive oil 219%, orange juice went up 260%, and cocoa 345%. Things are getting a little bit better, slowly, but better they're getting, folks. And that's all we can do. That's all we can ask for. Now, here's another. If you're living in Florida, folks, new Florida law requires restaurants to clearly disclose automatic tips and fees. Okay, the new Florida law requires restaurants to clearly, okay, I just mentioned that. Starting July 1st, 2026, a new Florida law will require restaurants to clearly disclose any automatic gratitudes, service charges, or operational fees before you place your order, so people are not bombshelled when they finally get that bill. This info must be shown on menus, websites, mobile apps, visible signage at the register. The law comes after complaints about diners getting bills with 20% tip already included. If this stuff is already on the menu, if this stuff is already put out there so you can see it, and it's not a shock, a slap in the face when you get the bill, then if don't like it, leave. It's that simple. Viagra's up 75% there, Dennis. I did not know that, but thank you for that. Well, I was in Wisconsin and Galena and Iowa. You believe how much cheaper the gas is in certain parts of Wisconsin, certain parts of Galena, which is now, 2 hours from here, right? And Iowa was 3 hours when you went to Dubuque. I mean, you're looking at $2.89. Lean attorney, how you doing? So that's what they need to do. I think they need to do this in all restaurants. Put this stuff, let people know in advance before they order so they're not, blindsided when they get the bill. These protesters, again, how about in Los Angeles? ABC Channel 7, a U.S. correspondent of the Australian news channel, was shot with a rubber bullet as she reported the chaos during the third day of the protest on Los Angeles on Sunday, July 8th. Rubber bullets get hit over the head. And then these people that make these claims, Elizabeth Warren, It's a peaceful protest. Kamala Harris, overwhelmingly peaceful. Cory Booker, peaceful protests. Gavin Newsom, it's under control. I have it under control. And the Los Angeles PD, without any incidents at all, there's protest. Where are they living at? Are we seeing something completely different? It's just mind-boggling to me. Fox 32 News, folks, just did Health Security Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced that he has dismissed, fired, you're fired, all 17 members of the CDC Advisory Committee. Get rid of some of these bums. Get some people who actually know what they're doing with their CDC, because we never trust these people. We don't know. We don't trust them anymore. We probably might have trusted them before the whole COVID thing. But he fired all 17 members. Oust, fired, gone. Jeanette, how are you doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Ooh, restaurants to avoid. Someone actually put this on their post. Don't eat at these restaurants because they donated to President Donald Trump's campaign. Now, do you imagine if you and your family love this restaurant? You go there all the time. You know the manager. You know the waitresses. You've been going there. The food is good. And just because they donated to President Donald Trump, stop going there? Are that people that crazy? Applebee's, IHOP, Outback Steakhouse, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, White Castle, Taco Bell, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, Chili's, Dairy Queen, Panera Bread, McDonald's, Olive Garden, and Dunkin' Donuts. You can't find anywhere else than to eat. If you're not going to eat there because they donated to President Donald Trump. Now, whether you're a Republican or not, whether you hate Trump or not, is this insane? Come on, kids, we can't go to White Castle. No, you can't get that Happy Meal because Ronald gave something to Donald. It's insane. Taking this stuff so much. Texas right now, I think, we're going to baseball. Let's go to sports. Texas right now, the Texas Rangers is the only team now that's banning Pride Night. I don't care if they have Pride Night. Nothing wrong with that. But let's just make sure that everybody gets a night if they're going to do that. Right? Straight night, women night, men's night, Italian night, Mexican night, whatever, Black Lives Matters night, whatever it is. If you're going to do this, then everybody should have a night. You have enough games in baseball, enough days in baseball that everybody can have a day. And then nobody would be offended. Nobody would be offended. If they can have that day, let it be. New York Yankees star Aaron Judge boycotts the ML League Baseball Pride Night. On the field, he's saying that people should be focusing on baseball, not woke. This is Aaron Judge, one of the greatest baseball players of all time with the New York Yankees. You're at the game. Concentrate on the game. Don't worry about all the political stuff. It's baseball. Fox 32 News, Chicago protests. People will gather downtown Tuesday. Actually, all this tension. We already talked about this. It's just one thing after another. Oh, then, don't go see these guys' movies anymore. Now, look, I'm with you on that one, folks. De Niro was a big fan of mine. I loved Robert De Niro, and I still went to go see his new movie. I try not to look at because he hates Trump. I'm not going to go see his movies. Now, people did both. Bruce Springsteen, love Bruce, but I listened to Bruce when I was driving to Blue Island, but he hates Trump too. These are actors that came out publicly John Voight, Mel Gibson, Stallone, Dennis Quaid, Kelsey Grammer. The list goes on and on. I will still see it. Well, I like all five of those actors, so I'm still going to see their movies. I don't know. I think sometimes we're getting just a little bit too crazy, right? But I'm going to tell you something that's not crazy, folks, and that's my good friend Jack Vena Landscaping. Because if you're looking for landscaping, I know it's the season right now, and people probably have already got their landscapers locked in for their season of what they do. But if you haven't found anybody or you're looking to change a service, then you might want to use our good friend, of course, Jack Vena Landscaping, because they do an incredible job for what, and it's important. They really do. And because they give you a family discount because you watch Ocean's Pit, but they also do a great job. It's family owned. They've been servicing the North Shore for 50 years. That's Jack Vena Landscape. And they offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, so etc. 847-432-5266. Tommy, you're out there. We miss you, brother. Anyway, so check out these companies. It's very, very important. Also, if you're looking for a lawyer, folks, everybody needs a good lawyer now and then. And I'm going to tell you something. I've used this gentleman for many, many things. Now, whether it was something serious or something small, as jury duty. I mean, anything that you want to try and you want somebody that gives you a great McCampbell Lawyer Group, Lloyd McCampbell Attorney at Law, a statewide law practices that is client-focused and results-driven. Give Roy a call at 708-275-4264 and tell him Tony O sent you, because he will take care of all your lawyer needs, anything that you need done out there. Yes. All right, so what else we got here? Before they died, this is interesting. Muhammad said, I don't know the purpose of life. Buddha said, seek for the truth. Confucius said, I'm on the way. But Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus is the only one who rose from the dead. The other three are still in their grave. Now, I know, Tony, what are you talking about? Religion and the Bible. You're not preaching. No, I'm not preaching. But I know there's a God out there. I know he's given me what I love or my health and for what I do for a living. And the people that surrounds me, the good vibes that surrounds me. One person's doing that. Right here. It's God's plan. That I believe. I bet. It's important. And Diana Gonzalez, a friend of ours, she's been on the show a few times. I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes. Choice leaves me to be able to continue to create my own environment and some damn good meals. So I like that. I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes. Gotta love that stuff. Now, let's get to the weather. I'll give you guys something to, because it's beautiful out. Jack Gale, watching you and Jack. Hope you and Bonnie are doing well. This is JC Ace Hardware Stores. And I don't it is. There's the weather, folks. I mentioned the weather, so that's the JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Thank you for that. I guess we're back again. All right, so it's Monday. It's live, and it always happens on this show. It's amazing that you people are kind enough and still watch this show, because it gets a little nutty right now with this computer, or where the hell we're set up at. Fact. This is fact. Don't let the media gaslight you, folks. During the 1992 LA riots, President George W. Bush mobilized the National Guard, U.S. Army, and the U.S. Marines to stop the violent rioters from wrecking Los Angeles. It's not unprecedented. Trump is not a dictator. This is what he's trying to do, bring in the National Guard. It's fact. George W. Bush did it in 1992. There's Kathy. I'm back again. We lost it, then he came back again. And again, I mean, and I hate picking on this. I didn't want to do this today, but after what happened with those riots here in LA, and I don't care if it, but LA, I have friends out in California, but and some of those, I feel bad for them. Some of the people that just want to, like I said, just protest peacefully, you know what I mean? Instead of, and I feel sorry for my friends, any of my people in Chicago that got crossfire in this. But look, I mean, it's crazy. And these people, the Democratic side, they're just getting a little nuts. My opinion only, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but it is what it is. Hillary Clinton, surprised she's still in the news. Hillary Clinton melts down over Trump sending National Guard to California. Really? Hillary Clinton is now attacking President Trump for stepping in to restore order in California, claiming he sent troops without Newsom's permission and did it just to cause chaos. The streets were on fire, businesses were being looted, law-abiding citizens were begging for help, but Hillary thinks the real problem was Trump trying to stop it. Funny how Democrats call it peaceful, where cities are literally burning. President Donald Trump acted because Gavin Newsom refused to. Hillary's upset because Democrats thrive on disorder. It's their election playbook. Real leaders step up when the others fall, and that's exactly what our president did. Stopping not the protest, but the protests that are getting out of line needs to be stopped. When people are getting hurt, when people are getting shot, when stores are being robbed, when police officers are getting shot, this stuff needs to halt. Peaceful protests, nothing wrong with that. You have your right to do that. I love this quote. At my age, what the fuck is that? At my age? Why do I care how old I am? The ocean is old as fuck, and we still drown your ass with vigor. I love that, man. Really. We're too old. Can't do this, can't do that. I don't know it's nuts. Now, here's something I just read now. I don't know how true it all is, but maybe you guys can do some of your own investigating. But President Donald Trump has officially signed the executive order lowering prescription drug prices by up to 80%. Now, if that can happen, or if that can get close to happening, that would be huge, huge, huge. Prescriptions are very expensive, even when you have good insurance. So anything that can help the American people is a good thing. A man becomes paralyzed after sitting down on the toilet while using his phone for 30 minutes. Can't make this stuff up, folks. A man reportedly became paralyzed after sitting on the toilet for 30 minutes while using the phone. Prolonged sitting in the flexed lumbar position can reduce spinal cord perfusion and compress critical nerves. In this case, an extended duration likely triggered spinal or axial nerve compression, potentially leading in cauda equina syndrome, whatever that is. The incident highlights, so the blood of the point of the story is don't sit on the toilet for 30 minutes. 30 minutes? Boy, if you're going that long, you better go to a doctor. Chuck Woolery? Chuck Woolery? I didn't even know he was still alive. Wasn't he a game show host? This is Chuck Woolery. I'm asking the Republican Party to come out from under their desks and make a stand against this anarchy for the left. Why on earth do you think we elected you? You cowards have left President Trump to take on all the fire. Chuck Woolery. At least somebody speaking out. Oh my God, guys. You can't, look at this. Criminal sexual act acquitted on second charge. Harvey Weinstein has been found guilty of one charge of criminal sexual act and not guilty on the second charge. The jury is still deliberating on the third-degree rape charge involving actress Jessica Mann. So one he's got found guilty, and one he's found not guilty. This guy's got a lot of money, a lot of power. Is this guy going to walk too? Is he going to get a slap on the wrist? Harvey Weinstein? Despicable. This man at one time had all the power. Right? For at least all the movies and TV shows. I mean, he did it all. Took control of everything. Now, it's summer out. You get mosquitoes, you get flies. Here's something I never realized. If you kill a dragonfly, if you ever see a dragonfly, they're pretty cool. But if you kill a dragonfly, you are responsible for over 100 mosquito bites. So the dragonflies are there to eat the mosquitoes. So leave the dragonflies alone. Thank you, Eric, for sending that in. I did not realize that. See? You get some good information, folks, about dragonflies. All right. So listen, we got some other stuff coming up. We told you we got a busy week coming up, but we got some stuff that we didn't mention. How about the 25th of June? We'll be at Rosario's in Roselle, outside patio with Double T Tony Toto. On the 26th of June, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Concert in the Park in Burr Ridge, Illinois. Outside. We're excited. We love those concerts in the park. Returning to Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview on June 28th. And then Ocean's Rat Pack will be in Concert in the Park in Kenosha, Wisconsin on July 1st. Oprah loved them, right? There you go. So, as we're coming to the end, we got another sponsor, of course, and I love my sponsors. I love people that do a good job. If you're looking for a haircut or hair and stuff like that, my good buddy Anthony and Carmela from Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois. 773-999-7888. They can take care of you. They're very good at what they do. But when you're looking to save money, becoming your own bank, then you have to go to Imperialux. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with lifetime income. Wendy Thompson, Craig Conlon help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, and secure your legacy. Take charge of your financial future. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly and free consultation. Start retirement you deserve. Imperialux, becoming your own bank with Wendy and Craig. Now, tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Wednesday, my good friend Julie's going to be on, and she's the owner of the Backyard Marina, which we're going to be there this Sunday. And she's got a beautiful place right on the water, the Chain of Lakes there in Johnsburg. She's going to be my guest on Wednesday. Thursday, Carol Brandolino will be back with Toxic Thursday. And Friday, I haven't reached out to Nixa Hodges yet, Matt Cassane, Chris Minardi, if you guys are out there. I want to start doing something called Rank the Album. or rank the movie star, or rank the song, or rank the guitar player, and have a panel of a couple of musicians or people, and then have them rank their best top 10 Beatle albums or top 10 Billy Joel albums or top 10 whatever. And I think it's been kind of cool. I'm going to try to set something up like that for this Friday. Okay, so don't forget Tap House Grill in Lamont tomorrow for the Dog Foundation and celebrating Dan's birthday there all in one. Thursday will be at Positano's in Oak Brook. Friday, Prime. Saturday, the Getaway in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. The French Country Inn, and Sunday, the Backyard Marina. We got birthdays, and we got a lot of them here. Some we missed. So what do we got here? Let's start with Elizabeth Shue, actress. We haven't seen her around too much. When you talk about comics, you talk about one man, Stan Lee, celebrating a birthday. Pam Dauber, better known as Mork and Mindy, 71 years old. Mark Wahlberg, still a great actor, celebrating a birthday. John Kay from Steppenwolf, Born to be Wild, 81 years old. Rick Allen, the one-armed drummer from Def Leppard, celebrating a birthday. Jamie Farr, better known as Klinger in MASH, 90 years old. Anne Frank, celebrating a birthday. My buddy Dave Zamel, celebrating a birthday out there, Big Dave. Let's see, Dick Sayed, Alderman Dick, say it again. That's cool. Basil Rathbone, one of the best Sherlock Holmes actors ever. Tim Allen, Toolman Tim, 71 years old. Former President George W. Bush celebrated a birthday this past weekend, of course, for President Donald Trump. Happy birthday, President Donald Trump, 79 years old. And my buddy, I don't think he's on today, my buddy Boyd. Boyd's birthday this past weekend. Boyd, if you're out there, happy birthday. If not, I'll have to mention it again tomorrow. All right, folks, we are coming to the end of the hour. Like I said, I'm going to take my mom to the doctor at 2 o'clock. And then I got gonna go hang out with my not a very good friend, but he's one of the great, I call him one of the great British invasion royalty. Carl Green is in town. One of the original founding members of Hermits, one of my favorite bands. And I'm going to go spend some time with Carl Green and Mike and Tracy tonight. So it'll be cool to see Carl. He was on the show once. I met him one time before that. And I'm going to spend some time with him tonight, just ask some questions and have some fun. So it'd be kind of cool. All right, guys, it's come to the end of the hour, and let's get right back to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy a Blackstone. Now, this is only good till today. This is the last day for this, folks. So get to the JRC Ace Hardware stores. Buy a Blackstone Iron Forge 4-burner outdoor grill for $549 and get a stainless steel burger press kit, $69 value for free. As always, you purchase any grill, $399 or more. It comes with free sauce or rub of your choice, plus free assembly and delivery. Get a free gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card. And take care of all that stuff from our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Tomorrow, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, guys. I want you all to have an incredible day. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to everybody. Protest, but protest with peace. If you're offended with anything I say on this show, or any songs you hear, or any TV shows, or any movies, or anything, change the channel. But remember one thing that's very, very important. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Sir Ringo Starr says, peace and love, and we need it more than ever. Again, thank you to my family for a great Father's Day. I love you all very much. I love you all for watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. Spread the word. Bye-bye, everybody. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow for Twisted Tuesday.